You won't even realize you're not alive anymore because you'll feel more alive than you ever have. Hi, friends. So, as mentioned last week, this is part 2 of this woman's NDE, and this one she had several years later. So, I hope you guys enjoy, and if you haven't heard part 1, make sure you go check that out. Death comes quietly. It isn't vicious. It isn't cruel. It is just change. Everything is so much brighter, so much more real, just more. There's no earthly description. How could there be? You're in God's home. The light permeates everywhere and through everything. Smells wrap around you, and love envelops you to your spiritual essence. You won't even realize you're not alive anymore because you'll feel more alive than you ever have. First, I found myself walking on a simple but impeccably laid cobbled street lined with large, beautiful homes on each side, embraced by giant trees. My closest earthly example would be Williamsburg, Virginia, early morning in spring. Knowing inside each home was held a moment in time, a sweet memory, perfect in every detail, with those loved and thought lost there for eternity. You can walk through anyone's home and experience the moment. Walking further, I next came to what I knew was my home, though I never lived there. Traversing its garden path, lined with the most beautiful flowers in colors so vivid they're impressed in every part of my being. They're like garments to adorn a new self. Movements of animals are everywhere, but none moved away, and at the same time realizing they were old friends who knew me despite never seeing them. Their thoughts were in me with silent communication. They always had been there, I just didn't listen until in this place. Awareness? Pets join us in heaven. Looking further, it comes to me that flowers that bloom in the fall are blooming next to those that dress in their finest in the spring. It was then that I realized I was no longer breathing where I was born, but now I took breath in death. No cold, no darkness, no pain, no longing, just peaceful, fulfilling, all-encompassing, beautiful love. Lifting my head for the first time since my walk began, He, the great I Am, is there with love radiating. The most beautiful smile and sparkling eyes that too quickly turn sad. I know He will miss me more than I will Him. He has always known me. I'm just beginning to know Him. He says, with unspoken, unbridled love, it is not your time. Once more, I know I must leave Him, the greatest sorrow I have ever felt, the deepest, darkest grief, leaving God once more. This is greater grief than losing a loved one on earth. Next, I find myself in a bright white room where I see two forms, two people sitting in simple white chairs. They were my mother and father. Their relationship to me is different here, but they are still teachers to me now. They explain to me that I cannot stay. My time has not yet come. They say it over and over again. There is still purpose in my life below. I plead and argue with all that's within me. I stay there, fixed by my own selfish desire. Another appears in the room, my son, Joey. The joy I feel is inexpressible. His love in return is genuine. He's different, so much wiser, but he's still my son. I will always teach him. Awareness? In spirit, there is still growth, thus identified as age to me in this place. Think Jacob's ladder. We're all on different rungs, but on the same path. How can I or anyone leave this place? But he too tells me I must go. I cannot yet stay with them or God. My work is not done. This being my second visit to this ethereal place, I will not go quietly or quickly, even with the reminders of my grandchildren. Even that isn't enough to move me immediately. Still, I hold on to the desire to stay with him. Nothing else matters. It's all about him. It always has been about him, the great I am, since my first breath. Finally, my son says, it's time. I must go. And he shares with me there are 3 more grandsons coming into my life on earth. He's been preparing them to come into the family. He says that I am to show them and others the way back to this place, heaven. Only then may I return home to God. Taking my hand, my son says he'll take me back. With a kiss to my forehead, he leaves, and I open my eyes in a hospital bed. I am here for now, but in my heart's heart, I'm still there, in that garden with him. It is hard to remain knowing what I'm missing, knowing where I truly belong, to whom I belong. So here I stay for as long as I must, praying this document is somehow helping the completion of my task. Yes, the afterlife is real. It's more real than here. Reach out to him, God, and he will bring you to him, to your true home. It's that simple. No doctrine, rules, guidelines. He will give them when you are ready. Just the desire to know your Creator, and he will bring you home to him. That is what I am to share with you from God. As his word says in Matthew 6, verse 33, "But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you."